Hello, today is 29th of October 2022. My name is Alexander Ermenkov and I'm continuing my series Reality is Subject to Influence. As you know, during the month of October, with my intent and consciously, I'm reducing my weight. It's almost the end of the month of October, and for those of you that follows what I was doing during this period, actually I was not quite successful because I didn't receive and didn't reveal a big shift. But anyhow, the most important thing is that constantly I was in a state of influencing of the reality. Even when we can theorize things, because as you can see, I'm very strong and a lot of people can educate you and can give you so much information about how you can do things in reality. But reality is not like the theories. So actually daily we are in a practice mode, daily we are in a failure mode, and from time to time we succeed. I still remember when I was reflecting upon my daughter's successes in the fencing competitions that she has been through these 5 or 6 years. And actually from approximately 1,000 fights, maybe it's less than 30% or even 20% that she was actually successful. But the important thing is that the trend is like this. In the beginning you are less successful, the prevailing are the failures, and very little successes. And little by little with life, in a specific area, successes becomes predominant to the failures, but failures are never to escape. We will always be with them. And the most interesting thing and the paradox is when you actually can be joyful in your failures as much as in your successes. And personally, what I discovered during this period of October, while with my intent was willing and am actually influencing reality, is that a lot of job is done from the subconscious. And for me, the subconsciousness and how we train and how we, with our conscious mind, are influencing actually the subconscious is then leading to the results in the reality. So if we, with our intent, consciously try to bend reality as it is, we are actually in a constant fight. And whenever, with our conscious intent, we are influencing our subconsciousness, that later on brings the effects and the influence upon reality, then it's a much different game. So during this month of October in 2022, I realized that yes, I'm using intent, but what I discover is more and more that actually that work is done by the subconsciousness of the human being. It is a paradox because while we are dreaming and while we are in a sleep mode, actually in our dreams we are trying to be conscious. But the subconsciousness is ruling this realm, and we still feel that we are, in a sense, making decisions there, that we are active players, but actually there is a little bit of disconnection, and more we are in different situations there where we are more like participants and not very actively with intent able to change things in the dream realm of sleeping and the dreams. Because then we're in our subconsciousness and then actually everything is in proper order according to me. The problem in the subconscious brain, and when we are in this state, is that there is a lot of influence that is coming from our conscious part of the day. So failure and success, if we turn them opposite, actually what we call failure is the success of the subconsciousness in the realm of the conscious daily interaction. So if we stop recognizing, defining, and categorizing failures as something bad, but actually we start realizing, wow, all my failures are actually the successes of my subconscious in this reality. So if it's so easy to manifest my subconsciousness and I don't like some of the things, better to start deep diving in everything that is behind the scene, everything that is ruling me, all my subconsciousness that is constantly influencing and working in the reality for me. It is a very big trick here and a very big problem for the brain, because the brain wants to be the ruler of our conscious existing during the day. And it happens so that actually the subconsciousness is playing the main part of our daily routines, while in the dream world of imagination, while we are in a sleep mode, we think that there the subconsciousness is ruling, but actually then the influence of the brain in the subconscious realm is strongly influencing our subconsciousness. That's why the two big moments of when you wake up and when you go to bed are very important. And for me personally, it was a very big revelation and very big revealing during this period of October, when I saw so many failures for my conscious intent, is to actually to recognize that the subconsciousness is ruling in the conscious realm. So how are we actually then using our intent? Once we start observing into reality, we are actually observing the way our subconscious is behaving, and we are just seeing who we are at this very moment. Since reality is only giving us what we are, then we can paraphrase it and categorize it as reality is influenced on a daily basis through and from what we are on a subconscious level. And this is what we receive daily in our reality, and that's why our reality is daily aligned with our subconscious state. And then when I don't like it with my brain, what I'm actually saying is that I don't like all the subconscious programs that are ruling through my reality and are producing results for me that me as a conscious being don't 100% appreciate, and I would like to make some shifts in reality and to start receiving what I actually want. But in order these things to be so, and to have a feedback of reality where my conscious and subconscious are 100% and totally in connection and merger, because it's not possible actually 100% everything that I will consciously to happen and to be revealed in my daily reality immediately, I am constantly in a chase of my subconscious and conscious appearances. So actually a lot of the things that I wished years ago that are now part of my subconscious are already happening on a daily basis. During my 20s, I was willing and dreaming and imagining a beautiful wife, to have a family, to have children, and so on, to leave legacy and to be a mature person while I was 100% teenager and was thinking only about short-term pleasures. If I look my life today from my conscious perspective of 20 years back, I'm 100% living all my desires today, but since my subconsciousness has already embraced what my consciousness was doing 20 years ago, and it is now part of my reality, and my subconsciousness is ruling in this realm of consciousness, and I'm daily experiencing a beautiful family, life, children, houses, and everything I was dreaming into my 20s. What I'm now doing with my consciousness, I'm creating the new grounds through my imagination. For example, of the 90-kilogram person. Actually, I'm creating a new reality of a fit, vibrant body that is going to be manifested through my subconsciousness long term. And when I look back 20 years from now, in my 60s, and I say, well, Alex, you've always been 90 kilograms. Why was this fight in this transition period between your 50s and 60s? And then I'm going to be with all of you and just saying, well, this is normal part of life. I've always been like this, at least I feel like this. And that's why, in a sense, change is constantly an illusion, as well as we are 100% and constantly progressing with giving more space for our subconsciousness to express into this reality what we consciously long-term want. But we need to see the processes, to stop fighting failures and successes, and to say, well, success for me is only what my consciousness is desiring and I want it now. No. Every failure is actually a big success for your subconsciousness, and you need to give it the deserving acclamations. Well, also you need to give reward for your consciousness for everything that it has done during these periods that you are experiencing right now, because 20 years back or 10 years back, you couldn't even imagine that you were going to be able to do everything that you are experiencing today in your conscious reality. So whenever you look to the sun, the ruler of the conscious ray, or whenever you look to the moon, the ruler of the subconscious ray, just remember that we as human beings are constantly in this circling of the subconscious and conscious, working in harmony together for us. So, thank you for watching today's video. I'm really inspired from all my experience during the month of October, and even if I could imagine in the beginning of October a better outcome and let's say I was 100 kilograms now, but I didn't learn the lesson about the subconscious, it was not going to be such a gain for me as it is now. Because it's never about the results. It's always about the alignment. And it is with every area of life. And be sure, I like achievements. I like to be overachiever, but not at the expense of losing everything that I am inside. You can continue following me in LinkedIn, Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, and I really encourage you to subscribe for the channel, because there is a lot of valuable information. At least it is valuable for me, and I would like to continue my series after October with Daily Reality with Alex, everyday video. So it's going to be 365 daily videos, and you are going to learn a lot about everything that is possible on a daily basis as rulers of our own reality. And long term also, whenever you decide, you can participate in my program Ruling Reality Basics, where you can understand everything that is governing our reality and the way we are. Thank you for watching today. Enjoy your weekend and be happy that you have failures. Bye bye.